Morning, sir.
Hello, morning. How are you? Morning. I'd like to say morning to you and morning to your listeners. Just try to introduce myself. Okay, my name is Ray Amuheze from Lesotho. So I've been in this industry since early 2014 in the coffee industry. So then I would like to first give more detail, a little bit details of the coffee, how is it started, so that they can maybe have a good understanding of what is coffee. So the coffee first, it was first discovered in Middle East. So it was when the Chinese treasure fleet in it was around 15th century. Then he went there to introduce tea in Yemen. Then the time he left Yemen, the Yemenis they were ran out of the tea, so they looked out for something to substitute tea with. But then there was a coffee trees there. So, but coffee trees that time it was hated tree. It was like evil tree. So they always burning it during the all night prayers. But then they had to use their leaves to make a tea with, and they used the berries flesh to make their refreshing infusion. Then that's the first wave of the coffee. So the second wave is when the coffee it was moved from the non-Muslim world to the other part of the world. So from there, then we've got a third wave where it is now that where the coffee get more popular is where people getting knowing a lot about coffee, asking a lot of questions about the coffee. So the fourth wave is now when me and you are trying to check how can we sustain the coffee and how can we become more professional in the coffee industry. That's a fourth wave. So from there, anyway, I can say the coffee is just a club. It's an interesting industry that is growing rapidly in the world. So when it comes to coffee, so anyone can be in the coffee, but then first of all, we need a passion. We need to love people. You need to love working with people. That's all it takes. Then from there, I as a barista, to be a barista first of all, you just need to be more reliable. You need to be punctual. You just need to be like liking to work with people because you're the first person in the shop where customers when they walk in and when they walk out, they see you. So yeah, that's all I can say for now about the barista and the coffee. But then the other thing is about the coffee farming. So where we have seen in many cases, in many years, we have seen our farmers have been exploited. I can say more especially the African farmers. Yeah, it takes like a lot of years for a coffee tree to grow, and it takes some time to breed and try and process. But then the coffee farmers are still struggling out there. But anyway, I can't go into more details onto that. So I can come to where we call a craft and the art. So when it comes to the art of coffee, it's all about more training. You just need more training on the art. So, but the art is not that much important when it comes to coffee. So the more important thing is about tasting, the experience, knowing the flavors, knowing exactly what you're doing in the coffee industry. Yeah.
Okay, take us through the training of being a barista. Like, how long does it take, and then the training you offer as well.
So the duration it depends on how understanding people can quickly do. Because sometimes if you don't have passion in coffee, you cannot do anything. Yeah, you can train over years, but if ever you don't have passion, then there's nothing you can do. Because you need to like coffee, you need to drink coffee, so you can just learn more. Because in the coffee industry, every time you are forced to have at least a cup of coffee, maybe within like let's say in 3 hours of your shift, then you need to have a taste your coffee. Is it constant? Is there anything that you need to fix so they can just try to fix up? Yeah.
So I had the types of coffees, and then I was surprised. And then what is coffee? If someone just say what coffee, and then what type of coffee, how would you answer them?
When it comes to the types of coffee, you've got a lot of coffee species, but then we've got only two that are dominating in the world, which is Robusta and the Arabica. So Robusta is the one that is being used to make these instant coffees. Then Arabica is the one that we normally use in our coffee industry to make espressos, cappuccinos, and stuff like that. And the difference between those two is that Arabica is more or less in caffeine than a Robusta. Robusta is around 2.4%, while Arabica is less, which is 1.2% caffeine. Yeah.
Wow, that one I didn't know.
Yeah.
So getting the tasting. Okay, if someone wants to say, I want to come there to do a tasting, what do they need to do?
We just need to get ready to come and have a caffeine day because we do a lot of tasting when it comes to that. We drink a coffee a lot. Yeah, that's what I can say. You need to do. You need to be well prepared. Yeah, for caffeine.
When you say well prepared, means you have to make sure that you be hyper, like you be ready to do anything. Can even when you get home,
I can say that. I can say that. But then I always advise people to drink a lot of water during that process.
Oh.
Yeah, just to neutralize the caffeine in your body. Yeah.
So how long does it take to say, okay, we are doing a coffee tasting here? And then what types of coffees or what they call these different names that you're using, the espressos, the what do you use, and then how do you tell them in a simpler way where they can understand, okay, now this is different from this is the process.
Okay, normally I can say I use Arabica because that's the only coffee beans that I'm using is Arabica. From there I take some of